breakthroughs that could revolutionize the way the job is done. So when we talk about breakthroughs, they're both inspirational and aspirational. But they can also be kind of abstract, right? What is exactly a breakthrough? So if we want to take those from being these happy accidents into things that occur naturally and on a regular basis, we need a really strong definition for that. People that I've learned the most from have been my basketball players, my NBA players. Over 150 NBA players have came to me to help take them from not just good to great, but from great to outstanding. Now, you got to understand, these NBA players, they are so physically gifted specimens. You know, they're like the 6'6", 5% body fat, 40-inch vertical leap. So you can tell why they're coming to me. Hold on. Let me jump for you. That's about it. That's really about it. To make these breakthroughs happen, to make them occur regularly, we need to have a formula, something you walk out of here today with in your back pocket that you can take out in the field tomorrow, the next day, and every day since then. Take on Abbott, take on Cape Farms. You have the formula. Okay, the biggest tragedy, guys, would be if you walk out of this room super motivated, had a great week, and you're super motivated on this talk. That'd be the greatest tragedy. Sure, I'd love that, but if it doesn't impact you a week from now, then it did no good. Like, this talk is meant to give you these action steps, these tools, so it's more impactful 5 months, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years down the road. So to create environments where these breakthroughs happen naturally, that we can have in our back pocket, that we can have as this attack plan, we live in the confidence, cooperation, service, and purpose, and we put those together. That is our formula. We have the power of having this formula. And I've been super blessed to be able to work with these high-level people for over the years and learn so much from them. And now I'm going to share with you guys, we can get into nitty-gritty details. That's just the tip of the iceberg. That's what the world says confidence is. And I've been also able to work with a lot of players coming up into the NBA, young players who have been told the world is theirs, they're better than sliced bread, like everything is given to them, media wants them, everybody wants a piece of them. And they develop this swagger, which is great. It helps them win some games, but to build a career on confidence, we need true breakthrough confidence. And that is pivoting your mindset from confidence being about the accomplishments, the resumes, and all that, to being about true self-awareness. Confidence is found through the self-awareness and finding our zone, living in our zone. And it's also found, find your zone, in the fundamentals. The fundamentals and joy. Joy in the fundamentals. And guys, the fundamentals can be boring. They can be monotonous, and we have to do them. And we can find the joy in it knowing that when we do the fundamentals, we focus on the fundamentals, that's where we build our base. That's where we build greatness. It doesn't just happen. It happens through the fundamentals. And how did the Golden State Warriors do that year? Best record in NBA history. We also see our weaknesses. Or what the world likes to call weaknesses. We like to call them a compliments wish list. Because it doesn't matter who you are. You don't have every strength, and nor you don't want it. If you give me an NBA player who's good in every area, they're not playing in the NBA. You give me an NBA player who's great in one area, and he could have a long, long career. Guys, we are not defined by our weaknesses. We all have different strengths for a purpose. Strength, 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 and we put it together to build the ultimate team, the compliments wish list. So I searched out every physical address, and I hand wrote a letter. Till my fingers were numb, and in that letter, I said something that I liked about the organization, something that stuck out, something kind of unique. And then at the end of it, I said, if there is anything that I can do to serve you, your organization, anyone in your organization, I'm more than happy to do so. I'm here to serve. So I wasn't asking them for a job or anything. I was just offering that I could serve them, pour into them. And one guy called me back. It was the then GM of the Los Angeles Clippers, Gary Sachs. So the owner of the Brooklyn Nets is this guy named Mikhail Prokhorov. He stands up and he wants to show me how it was used for self-defense back in the day. So he comes to me close and he says, "Strike me." I said, "Come again?" He says, "Strike me." So, following orders, I kind of take this little soft right hook jab, and in half a second, he's got me in this death sleeper hold and whispers in my ear, "And now I could kill you." And I'm frozen. Like, I did not say a word. And it seemed at least 10 minutes he had me in that thing. And then finally he let go, started laughing, patted me on the back, said, "Good job, I like you." And he was on to his next meeting, and I never saw him again. So, thankfully. And too often we are told to eat the frog, do the hard thing first in the morning, just get by, head above waters, just survive, survive, survive. But that's BS. Because if we're just surviving, it's for no good. It's for no purpose. These dreaded situations continue to be dreaded situations. We can live in the thriving over surviving, and tremendous breakthroughs can happen just by living in that service mode alone. So what I do, and I have my NBA players do, every door that I go through, open, push, I say the word serve. So I can put myself in the mindset of, I'm going to serve the people in that room. And I did it here today when I walked through these doors, because this talk has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me, but everything to do with you guys and what you take away from it. So I'm sitting there before the game, before tip-off, and I pull out the business card out of my pocket, and what I see says, Mark Cuban. Yeah, exactly. Good. I'm glad you all know who Mark Cuban is. Mark Cuban. It shocked me. I had just been helping Mark Cuban harness his inner power for something he is passionate about. Helping Mark Cuban find a breakthrough in something that he loved. And that's when I fully realized that living in this service mode can lead to amazing breakthroughs. But if we shut that off, those breakthroughs don't even exist. Relentless consistency is the factor, the electricity that lights up this breakthrough formula. This confidence, cooperation, service, and purpose that we live in. And if we do it with relentless consistency, that's the answer. We do it on a daily basis. We build these habits. We make this a lifestyle. That's the biggest compliment anybody can ever give me, that I'm consistent. I love it. I hope it is for you guys too. But you got to ask yourself, are you consistent? Are you someone that people can count on to show up the same way every single day? You are that same positive, consistent person every day. Or are you a chameleon? Someone who changes with their surroundings and whatever the situation is going on, that's who they are. Only you know that answer. And their action step is these same hands, these confident hands, these high-fiving hands, every door that we enter. Try it. Try it when you leave here. You're going to say serve. If you really get in this habit, it will change the game for you. You will live in that service mode. With these hands, we can continue to use these hands to serve. And when that number comes up, that number puts them back into that mode, that confident mode, that cooperation, teamwork, the service, the purpose. They're in their zone. Everything clicks right there. When they see that number, it's a cue to they are that person, that breakthrough formula person every time. We are not here searching for breakthroughs. We are the breakthrough. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome.